Let's start with the fourth chapter, that is political concepts. Introduction. Let's jump into the introduction. In this chapter, we will study about lot of political concepts that are there in our political science. Political concepts helps in basic understanding of political processes and political system. We will understand about political process that is there and how does a political system actually works. These are the things that we will understand. Following political concepts provide basic tools for understanding political dynamics, encompassing the relationship between individual, state and the society. So there is a dynamic political concept that's there. For understanding this, we need to understand the relationship between individual, the society and the state. With that, we have following factors which are there, the general political concepts. Those are, the first one being the law and order that is there. Second one is the liberty, the freedom that should be there in a nation, or the state, equality, everybody should be treated, one person, one vote, such kind of equality in the state. Fourth one, justice, where law is there, the law must be served, and that is justice. The fifth one is power and authority. So these are the political concepts that are there. Let's understand about law first and introduction to law and its meaning, then definition. So we are going to understand the introduction, why law was originated and what is the main meaning of law, and then we'll go with the definition. Starting with the introduction, law is an important concept in study of political science. It is an important feature of modern state. It is a very important concept of understanding political science and it is an important feature of modern state. You only think that if there is no law, what will you do? The second thing that you will see, if at all you hear a news that aaj se koi law लागू नहीं है, what you will do? You will go inside a Chroma store, Aptronics, and tell that give me one iPhone, give me one Airbook and give me that PC also, I need it for gaming, and you will come out. Why? Because there is no law, you will just take it out and you will go away and you will not pay money for it. It's some kind of chori that you will do. Now same place, if I am there, I will go into Harley Davidson showroom, take a bike for test drive and run away. So such kind of thing will happen. And even what will our contract supari killers will do? They will not be afraid of anything and they will kill people everywhere. So law must be there and must be served, so that there is a equality, and that's why it is a very important concept of political science in a modern state. Without law, we can't actually keep everyone in control. So danda rehna bahut zaruri hai to control everyone, and that danda is law. Law regulates the external behavior of individual. It actually regulates the external behavior of individual. At your home, whatever you do, once you go outside, you are in the external environment, you will always be inside the limits of the law. It determines and regulates the nature of individual activities, individual's life, social order, political system, economic transaction, cultural activity, etc. remain paralyzed in absence of law. If at all there is no law, it will very badly affect individual activities. That means our general activities will have problem. People will not come, people will become dishonest, individual lives will be problematic because hard-earned money will be flushed off if at all such kind of unhealthy activity happen. Social order will get disordered, there will be a lot of antisocial elements inside the society. The political system will be imbalanced and economic transaction will totally remunerated. It won't come to us, it will be totally gone. There will be no remuneration that's there. And cultural activities also will actually not happen in a very good order and we'll lose our culture. So that will paralyze if at all there is no law, and hence law is very very compulsory. Law का रहना बहुत ज़रूरी है. It is due to the deterioration of legal system that public life, government organization, state activities were affected to a great extent in some contemporary country. In some of the country or states, there were no laws which were there, proper legal system were not there, and those countries were very badly affected. Those countries are the first one: Afghanistan, Iraq, Nigeria, Somalia, Soviet Union, Ukraine, Yemen and Palestine, etc. are some of the example of such states. Guys, these names which I have said, you can just Google them. Whenever you'll Google them and just click on the images, you will understand that what is the level of anti-socialness that's there in that country because of absence of proper legal system. You will anyhow find in the photos itself anti-social elements itself. So that's the reason law is very, very important. And let's go to the meaning of the law. The term law is derived from a Teutonic German word that is lag, which means to lay, to set or something fixed. हम लोग हमारे गैजेट गुरु और टेक्निकल गुरु जी के रिव्यूज़ में भी देखते हैं फ़ोन बहुत लैग हो रहा है. दैट मीन्स द फोन इज फिक्स्ड. सो समथिंग इज फिक्स्ड. वंस ए लॉ इज मेड, इट इज मेड ओनली टिल द टाइम देयर इज नो फर्दर changes. So it is derived from which word? Same word that we ask our phone when it gets stuck. Lag ho raha hai yaar, PUBG game lag ho raha hai. So it means to lay, to set or something is fixed. It is fixed. So this is the meaning. First to lay, to set or something is fixed, which is derived from the word lag. The literal meaning of law denotes a fixed as long as it is changed code of conduct to regulate the external behavior of a man by sovereign political authorities. That means it is something that is fixed. एक बार fix हो गया तो हो ही गया. Once a law is passed, it is passed. And it will be not changed till the time the sovereign political authority, that is the government, doesn't want to change it. It is concerned with the system of compulsion. It is always having the system of compulsion. Nobody is exempted from law. Law के आंखों के सामने सब लोग एक है, क्योंकि हमारा कानून जो है अंधा कानून है. डोंट टेक इट इन द ऑपोजिट वे, बट अंधा कानून का मतलब है ही विल ओनली जज विद द रेस्पेक्ट ऑफ द फैक्ट्स एंड थिंग्स दैट ही हियर. ही कांट सी, राइट? ही विल हियर एंड गिव द जजमेंट. दैट्स द रीजन इट्स ए कंपल्शन फॉर एवरीवन. और कानून के दायरे से बाहर कोई भी नहीं है. देयर इज नो वन हु कैन गो बियॉन्ड द लॉ दैट हैज बीन डिटरमाइंड और फिक्स्ड. Definitions of law. The first definition is given by John Erskine. Law is the command of sovereign and containing a common rule of life for his subjects and obligation them to obedience. That means it's a command that is given by sovereign, that means a political state or the government, containing a common rule for everyone of life subject for obliging. That means they have to oblige them and be obedient to that law. The second law is given by T.E. Holland. The law is a general rule of external human actions enforced by sovereign political authority. This is a very easy law, that is general rule. These are general rule that is applicable on external human action, that is external, that is outside where he stays. So outside human actions which are made by or enforced by a sovereign political authority, that is government. In government also it is the legislature, judiciary, and they are acting towards them and making the law. So that is political authority and sovereign political authority. The third definition is Grotius definition. Law is a dictate of right reason. That means law is nothing but it is a dictate. That means it is a rule of right reasons. Why is that thing right and why you should do it in that way only. The fourth definition is given by John Salmon. Law is the collection of principles recognized and applied by the state in administration of justice. That means those are some collection of principles, what's correct, what's not, and are recognized and applied by a state in administration of justice. For serving justice, it is made by the state, that is the political state. So this was the definitions, guys. Let's understand the features of law. Law comprises of some rules and regulations which are approved by sovereign. That means there are various rules and regulations that is actually approved by sovereign, that is the sovereign state itself. It is enforced by state. Obviously it is enforced by state. It is valid because it is sanctioned by the state. Law is valid because it is sanctioned or approved by the state itself. It is definite, precise and universal. That means it is definite. The law is always definite. That if you need not do this thing, that you should not do. That's it. It is very precise and it's universal. It is applicable everywhere in the territorial borders of that particular state. It reflects that will of the people. That means it reflects the will of the people. That means whatever people's will, whatever people know they can do, it will always be there. But what is beyond there, it should not be there in the any kind of violation of law. Any violation of law leads to punishment. That means if we do any kind of violation of law or we don't abide by the rules and regulations given by the state, then it will attract what? Punishment. Dand milegi. Okay. Then law are compulsory and coercive in nature. Law is compulsory, law should be followed, and it is coercive in nature. That means it is everywhere it should be followed only. There is no place which is actually exempted or is a exception to this rule. Law aims at securing and promoting the individual and general welfare. That means law is always aiming for securing and promoting a better individual welfare. That means the individual should be safeguarded. Law is dynamic as it goes on changing according to needs of the people. Law is very dynamic because it goes on changing according to the rules and life of the needs of the people. So law always keeps on updating from time to time, such as we didn't had cyber laws before the entire computer thing happened, the computer change, the technological change happened. But now in India also we have cyber laws that are there, which has just come into existence because of the advancement in technology, in e-commerce, e-banking, etc. So these were about the features of law. Thank you.